Big reaction at Texas Live in Arlington as the U.S. scores its first goal of the night. It's been a busy night at Texas Live since Dallas Stadium hosted Japan and Sweden earlier in the evening.
And Fox 4's Stegall has been in Arlington all day and joins us now from Texas Live where the party continues. Hey, Casey.
Hey, Steve and Heather. Yeah, from the pitch to the party, I got to spend the first part of my day down on the pitch with Mike Ducey, and now here we are. You know, some nights the party just won't stop, and tonight is definitely one of them here in Arlington. When we talk about standing room only, it was literally shoulder-to-shoulder people. Take a look at this video from a little bit earlier. The crowds are starting to clear out, but hey, the Mechanical Bull is going. Thousands poured in here after the Sweden-Japan match let out. Right next door at Dallas Stadium, fans refusing to let the final whistle slow their momentum. The World Cup frenzy found its second wind, and every corner of this watch party proves it. We even met up with a chap from England who came to see one of his friends on the pitch. Listen.
My goalkeeper's playing for Sweden actually today, so it's been a long trip. I set off about 24 hours ago, not being asleep. So yeah, it was worth the trip.
My first time here for a soccer game, and I'm loving it.
Go Team USA.
Team USA.
Thank you.
Go USA! Yeah!
I think that nobody thought we had it coming in here, and now, you know what, we're on there. You know what, people are talking about USA maybe winning the whole thing, and that would be amazing. We've had some good upset wins in the NFL and the MLB and this, that, and now look at the World Cup, man.
So for most of these fans, this is a once-in-a-generation moment. World Cup soccer on American soil with Team USA in the middle of it all. And right here in Arlington tonight, nobody wants to miss a single second, though I've got to say the crowd was really amped up. And then when they lost, Team USA lost there in that final few seconds. A little bit of deflation here, but people still having a good time. Steve, Heather.
You can tell that they are. And listen, there's another game to come, another match to come, so
Absolutely.
Not over.
Partey.
By the way, Jeff is asking where your little fan is from earlier, Casey. Oh my gosh.
Right here. Right here,
You
baby.
got it.
I have it. Because they have a door open. This is air conditioned, but there's a big garage door open. So you guys know me. I run hot, so ready to go cool off, jump in the pool.
But that's going over big there. Casey, nice. Big cheers at the Star in Frisco when the U.S. scored its first goal in the match.
Stars hosting watch parties outside the Ford Center for the World Cup, and Fox 4's Amelia Jones is there. Amelia.
Hi there, Heather and Steve. Yeah, there was a decent size. Oh my goodness. I really hope everyone's okay. Yep, everyone is okay. They are just breaking down here at the Star in Frisco. The game is over, so crews are breaking down the tents they had here. But we've got some people playing soccer here. Let's take a look at those folks. It is really fun to see soccer balls on this field instead of the traditional football. The crowd was a decent size here tonight. There were a lot of families. They set up their lawn chairs and blankets to settle in for the game on the big screen at the Ford Center. USA fans, as you all mentioned, didn't have to wait long for some action as the team scored within 3 minutes into the game. But Turkey was back in it with a goal of their own. And in the second half, the score remained 2-2 up until the very last seconds of the game when Turkey managed to score to make it 2-3.
Honestly, I don't think the U.S. really needed to try as hard because we already made it through.
Right.
So it's probably just a little upsetting, literally last minute of the game, last kick of the game, which is gonna suck, but we're still going through at the end of the day, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad for us.
We're still in. We're not going anywhere, and we're gonna keep advancing. I'm sorry. We're gonna keep moving on, but it would have been cool to win still. I mean, we're still. We're here. It would have been awesome just to score, just to say, go home and say we won tonight.
Honestly, I thought we deserved to win there because we had complete possession the entire second half and chances. I mean, it doesn't really mean much in general, but it's still, if we won, we would have had more energy going into the next game.
Absolutely, that energy. And fans here at the Star, they did want to celebrate the win, but they are celebrating the chance that they get to see the United States men's team move on in the tournament and play more games. One person mentioned to me that they hope in the next rounds here that they get to cheer on USA making a goal to win in the last seconds of the game. And I think that's something I have learned covering these FIFA World Cup games. Every second matters. You have to be engaged and pay attention, because even in the last 2 seconds, something can change. And we have seen soccer growing here in the U.S. And I also think that's something cool and something I took note of here at the Star, that this place was packed with people, all in their red, white, and blue, very engaged, taking in this game. And hey, guys, we've got behind me, we could have some future U.S. soccer stars right here. I was going to say, Mel, should we give the ending shot to them? Really not me here. I was going to say, they're the stars. Look at them go. It is really fun to see. We've got a lot of kids and families out here. Oh, just outside the goal, man. Just outside the goal. But again, a great night here in Frisco.